Bam, and we're live. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. It's been a whole minute since we sat down and actually did one of these.
It has been a hot minute indeed.
Been a couple, almost coming up on 2 weeks, I think.
No, just time feels different. We actually did one last week. A week ago exactly, actually.
Did we?
Yeah, it was at the start of last week, which was the one that we didn't actually upload because there was a little bit of nonsense, and then I did the one later on with Aaron last week. So it's only been a week, but it has felt a lot longer.
It felt like it's been a long time.
It really did. Time's an odd one.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I'm
always
listening to old songs now, and they're referencing like time's going quicker and stuff, and it's like it really is. It feels like time's going so much quicker. The older you get, time just seems to just go by. It's April, people. It doesn't feel that long ago that it was New Year's.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that long ago that we were last in lockdown exactly a year ago.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
No.
But it's been a whole year.
Yeah, they do have a theory for that, which is that each year that we live, we're taking in more and more, so it's making our perception of time off, because we've already, the first year you were born, you've never felt how long a year is before, and then your second year, it doesn't feel as long, because you already have felt how long that year is to take. So it just becomes shorter and shorter feeling.
It's pretty
That's
bad.
the theory anyway.
It's getting pretty bad now where I'm breaking down my days into blocks, and I break my week down into blocks, and 5 days goes by like that now.
Yeah, I've lost the last couple of years of my life, to be honest.
Yeah,
They've just gone that.
I mean, it's just work, really. I got a semi of a life outside of work, but when I'm at work, work just goes like that.
Yep.
Now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Can we slow time down? I want to actually sort of live my life.
Yeah, just
and
not enough time.
Just have not it just go in front of me before my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm old now.
Yeah. Well, look, trying to do enough in a day.
Yeah.
In a working day, and you're trying to fit stuff into the afternoon. We've been trying to do this video for 2 days now.
Yeah.
Because yesterday got all fucked up, so we ran out of time, and even now it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We normally do this after work. That's how short a time we have.
Yeah, I'm now
run out of it.
I don't know. I think I'm overbooking my days now, or plans just keep coming. I make plans with somebody, and then plans come along on the way. I'm like, I'll put you in somewhere in my day to get to it.
Welcome to having friends.
Yeah.
I went through that. I went through that a lot. And you know what I ended up doing?
What?
I just stopped making plans. I stopped planning everything. And for the past 2 years of my life, I literally have just tried not to plan a single thing.
Yeah.
Because it gets rid of any of that. Because if that happens, you end up making plans with someone, and then someone else comes along with plans, and you're waiting anyway, and you fall into the ease trap of doing something else, or something else happens and you have to go attend that.
That's what's happened to me for a long time lately between Jono, Aaron, and you.
Yeah.
Is juggling
It's
you
juggling
three, and
friends.
I'm fuck, I live with Jono, so I don't really need to hang out with him all that much. I'm sorry, bro, but I live with you, so I can hang out with you when I'm at home.
It's the cruelty of friendship, and unfortunately everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
Majority of people goes through it. Everyone goes through it, and it's hard to recognize when you're in amongst either being one of the people feeling like you're not being juggled enough, or one of the people trying to juggle. It really is such a hard situation to be in. But that was one of the first sort of scenarios I learned about social emotion when I was at school, because you viewed that everywhere at school. Every group was like that.
Yeah, at college though, I had my sort of when we hung out though, we'd hang out all as a group after school at a friend's house, sleep over at somebody's house, or it'd just be a one-on-one thing. And I only usually I guess it'd be I had one best friend, and I'd always stay at their house more than anybody else's. But now I've got I guess 3 best friends, one that lives with me, and two that don't live that far away, but with the podcast and other stuff that I want to do, and other people asking me to hang out,
gets a lot,
I'm
right?
getting stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's where I was sitting
and I
a
feel
lot.
like I'm slacking on friends. Nah, I can't hang out with you. I just want a day to myself now. I'm hanging out with everybody. I just want a day to myself.
And see what ends up happening, unfortunately, is that people start thinking that something malicious is going on,
Yeah.
and because that's natural. We all think that because we all think in an aggressive, conflicting way, so we automatically will go to the worst option before the best option,
It
right?
definitely happens to me, and I'm definitely
It happens
worried
to
about
everyone.
it with one of my certain friends.
And no, but oh man, I just drew a blank. God, what was I saying? Oh, it starts to turn to something more like they think something malicious is going on, but what is no. People don't like to admit that they're wrong. People don't like to admit that they've like fucked up a situation, or don't like to admit that they've like maybe a little bit let someone down or anything like that. So and because of that, it throws it into a web of like what do I do? I'm stuck in the center of all of this, right? But yeah, it's the two things that need to come out of it that people don't think about and need to kind of realize is that you just need to be honest about everything. Like, everyone just needs to be honest about fucking everything, you know? If you can't be fucked doing something one day, then you should be allowed to say, look, I just can't be fucked doing this today. Or if someone says, hey, I want to do this, you don't want to particularly do exactly that, and then someone else comes along and says, do you want to do this today? And you say, yes, that first person's going to think, well, you didn't want to do this with me. You should be allowed to just be like, bro, I just didn't want to do that today.
Yeah.
Like, and that should, and then on the other hand, the person on the other end has to recognize that and go, yeah, okay, sweet.
Yeah, it's usually the
That's all
person
good.
on the other side not recognizing it, so then the person saying it distorts the truth, so that it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and with the growth of social media, it's just become much more of a
Social
web
media
of
has ruined
crap.
a lot of things.
Oh, it really has.
There
And
was a post today about like the car scene, and they were saying like what's ruined the car scene, and a lot of people are saying social media has ruined the car scene.
and social media's ruined most scenes.
Yeah.
It's ruining friendships now.
Yeah.
Like, it's a crazy world.
Yeah, that's why I try to not be like. I guess I don't really use Facebook, that's why I don't have heaps of friends on there. So I just have like my close friends that I talk to, and then I guess there's other people that don't even show up in my feed because of all the other stuff that I liked.
Yeah, I'm the same. I've got like the bunch of people I'm close with, and that's it.
Yeah.
Not my parents as well.
Like, I don't need to have all of these followers and friends. Like, my Instagram's got under 100, and I could give a shit if I had more or less.
Yeah, mine do too.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what's so great about my life that you have to see?
Some people get a sense of accomplishment out of things, and some people need that appreciation from others.
No.
Some people just need that. I'm picking it's something to do with their chemistry, but like,
I feel like I'd rather just be a ghost, but be known to the people that I need to be known to.
Yeah.
And like, people can know me, but they're never really gonna. Like, I guess you guys know me, but other people can know of me, but they're never gonna know me.
Never gonna know of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very much right. You got people that know you, and you got people that know of you.
Yeah.
And then two completely different things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True.
welcome.
And surprise guest, Nim.
Oh. What were we saying earlier about time?
That is going too quickly, and that we need it to slow down. And you were saying that because we're getting so much information in, that time's going quicker. Because we, like, when we were born, we didn't know how long a year was. Now we do.
That's right. Yeah.
And that stuff.
Yeah. Something real deep I've been thinking about recently, actually, is the whole, like, this is obviously the third dimension that we're in, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah. Let's call what we're in the third dimension.
Yep.
Right. Which means that there's like a fourth dimension as well. We know that there is one. We just can't see it because we're in the third dimension, right?
Yeah.
This is just the 3D projection of the fourth dimension. So this is what the fourth dimension is projecting. So theoretically, everything that's happening is just a projection.
Yeah,
literally.
And nothing's real.
Well, it is just not here.
Yeah. I wonder what this really looks like in the 4D world.
Exactly, like what's actually going
What
on?
does this look like in the 2D world?
With outlines and everything. But yeah, like, it's just a weird thing to think about.
Yeah, because I mean, like in Interstellar, they did it through like 4D was sort of like space time stuff, and the people. It's been a while since I watched what I've watched so many times. They turn it into the fourth dimension into a 3-dimensional place, so that the main guy can understand it, but he's in the 4th dimension, but it looks like the 3rd dimension, so he can understand it. Yeah, it was like the biggest mind fucking.
True.
And like all this, like all the aliens that got them there, they were really them, and it was him in the 4th dimension getting them there.
True.
It's all to do with time. Like seriously, if you haven't watched it, watch Interstellar. I keep telling you to watch it.
Yeah, I need to watch it. It sounds right up my alley.
The soundtrack is amazing.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Oh.
is it Christopher Nolan? I think. Is that the person that does music?
Unsure.
Thank you. Or no, it's a Christopher Nolan movie? I don't know. Fuck knows. It's good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. They took it off of Netflix and I'm pissed off.
Netflix, bring back Interstellar. I want to watch
Please! New Zealand Netflix sucks.
Yeah, I wonder what the world actually looks like. Because it's just its projection. And even then, this is just what we're taking
it
in.
Like as well, like what other like all the other colours we're not seeing.
Yeah, like this is obviously what we're seeing, just our visual interpretation of the world. So like, the world's gonna look.
Say ultraviolet, we like think of purple, but is it really purple?
Yeah, like what does that actually look like? It could be a completely different color.
Yeah. What is it? Chameleons?
The colors that we're seeing may not even actually be what's there.
Do chameleons? What animal is it? I think it's chameleons. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's chameleon that changes color.
No, they can see through ultraviolet.
Oh.
I think there's an animal that can see in ultraviolet.
True.
Imagine what they see. They see the world for what it is.
Ultraviolet. It brought up a 2006 action sci-fi movie.
Animal.
So yeah, they all think it's like bluey purple, but of course that's just what we're seeing. It's just what our human eye can interpret it as. Whoa, that's cool.
That's trippy. It's like always this blue and purples. It
Mm.
looks so cool though.
Very cool. I'd love to know. But we can't. I thought about this too. We can't know everything in the world. Humanity would come to a halt if we knew everything. If we knew the answers to how and why, we wouldn't need to would know everything at that point.
Well, then wouldn't we still want to like keep on going?
To achieve what?
Our future?
To do what?
To keep humanity going?
Like
surely we just keep humanity going. Like, we might know everything, but do we want to keep humanity going? Do we want to go visit everything that we know of now?
it would become such a boring place. Like, once you go and see everything, you can't have a conversation with anyone because everyone knows they will be able to know everything. We all have Google in our hands already, which has the answer to every question that we already know. So if we knew absolutely everything, no one would be we'd already know it. We do
that now. We kind of know that now.
Yeah, but we don't know quite everything though.
We know quite a lot.
We do know quite a lot.
And we still have that on our phone, but we still want to go to, you want to go to Japan, you can search up...
That's why I said, about
Japan, so why go to Japan?
That's why I said, once we've seen everything visually...
Yeah, so, I mean, we can know everything, but once we've seen everything visually, we're fucked, but I don't think we could do that in our lifetime, so we've got a lot of universe to go.
There would be a lot of things that would benefit Like you'd still be able to do it for your average person because you'd want to travel, you'd want to see the world. But in the way of like building the world further, you're only going to be able to build so far or go so far until we know everything and have gone everywhere. Like once everything's achieved,
we try and create it all again.
we try and recreate ourselves. Aren't we already doing that?
Yeah, I think Aaron brought that up last time, and we had brought that up a couple nights before that or something.
Yeah, when we talked about it in the car.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what we would do if we've discovered everything there was to know about the universe, and it was public knowledge, and everybody had gone and seen what they wanted to see, I guess, and had died, and you just. I guess you got the new generations, like constant new generations that would just really just be sightseeing at that point. Constant sightseeing.
Yeah.
But to like never have like breaking news of new thing found. Unless something.
Well, that's a
something
point.
Something could happen.
Things do come along.
Yeah,
like things pop up.
I mean, how much do we know? Do we know about this universe? Do we know about?
I guess this universe. I guess this universe. Well, I guess you'd need to know what the answers to why and how were first.
Everything.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't even know if your brain could take in that knowledge of like why we're here, how we started.
I don't think.
Other realities that we could be living in, the other realms, universes, dimensions, all that shit.
See, I don't think that we should be as intelligent as we are or as we're getting.
No.
Personally, I think we have already gotten to a point where we're too intelligent for our own good.
I reckon the only thing we really could have done from the beginning, as much as I would hate it, because we wouldn't have really, I'm being selfish for the automotive cars, we wouldn't have, but we should have figured out cleaner energy before we fuck this world up with what we've done.
But we weren't to know that it was going to fuck the world up. Yeah. We only had one shot with zero knowledge.
I reckon it might suck, and I don't know how bad it's going to affect us, but we won't have hamburgers anymore. Beef burgers, because ham's pork, but we kill all the cows. We get rid of cows for good. We have no milk, but we have soy milk and almond milk.
You get rid of the cows for good.
They produce so much greenhouse gases.
Yeah, that you do hold a point.
I was on the radio today, though, talking about in 2019 that New Zealand's emissions were the highest they'd been, and I think it was like 14% was from cars and 22% was from cows. And I was like, so why are we getting rid of the cars? Get rid of the cows. I mean, it's our money way, I guess, but
yeah,
we I guess we sort of lead in the dairy industry.
Yeah,
I think. I'm not sure.
I had this old lady once try and tell me that it wasn't the cows. She lived out in a farm and ran a farm. She was old Christian lady, and she actually owned a church, and yeah, so she was reading the paper, and the paper was talking about how the cows were causing the greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
And she threw the paper down on the bench with that slap noise, and she was like, "It's not the cows." And I'm just working away, and I turn around and I'm like, "Pardon?" And she's like, "They're saying here that the cows are causing the greenhouse gases. It's not the cows. It's the new generation and all their technology."
Yes.
Yep.
Our cleanish technology.
Yep. It's our technology causing it, not the cows.
I mean, it's our technology getting the technology that we've created is bad, but the cows are also bad.
Yeah, like she obviously had a point, but she was trying to use it as an excuse to like say no, it's not. Mainly because she was on a cow farm.
Yeah.
Like
you've got to be a bit biased there.
She's the one getting the point, like the finger pointed at. Yeah. So
it's like it's your problem. It's like I'm not the cause of it.
Yeah, no one wants to be at fault.
It's not my cows. It's these people.
Yeah.
Finger pointing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of finger pointing it at the cows now, are we not? But the cows can't point back.
No, that's why this lady's pointing back for them.
Well, don't.
You don't need to.
What side are you on, humans or cows?
No, she's on the side where she gets the money.
Yeah.
Because that's what it comes down to.
The greedy side.
Yep.
Oh. What would happen if we became like billionaires? Do you reckon the money would change you?
No, my views on money are far too strong, and I hate how it looks on people.
Mm.
It would be one of my greatest fears would to be looking like someone that has a lot of money, because it doesn't look nice.
Yeah.
It's a very horrible emotion. It absolutely pours off people when I do see it.
I haven't really seen it on much people. I haven't really met many rich people. And when I have, they're kind of humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've met a lot of humble rich people.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of humble rich people.
Yeah.
But every now and then I come across this guy, like a couple of guys, or every now and then I come across someone that's just drowned in it. Like everything about them is so drowned in money, and you can see it. You can see it in them. You can see it in how they talk. You can see it in everything.
Okay, yeah, no, I would hope I'd never be like that. But like, if I ever came into crazy amounts of money, I'd help my close friends out and my family, and then
Yeah.
say like, hey, I'm not going to help you out anymore, but I've given you the money.
Mm.
If you need money and you can't get it, come to me as your last resort,
Yeah.
and I'll be your bank.
Yeah.
But you're paying it back.
Yeah. That's fair. That is.
I
so
don't
fair.
even know. I really hope. I want to come into it just so it makes life easy on me, but then I don't want to because I reckon I'm going to get really fucking bored.
Yeah, you'll
I'm
get
gonna
bored
run out of
way
shit to
quicker.
do. Like I keep saying, like I'm going to have to work a part-time job because I'm not going to be able to sit at home or drive cars around for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I might travel the world in 10 years probably if I had the time. If I
Mhm.
became a millionaire now, 10 years and the world might be open again.
Yeah.
I can travel
Well,
the world.
that's it.
but-
Is you get bored so quick.
Yeah.
Like if I suddenly came into money, I'd be able to finish building my cars and completely finish the setup, and then I'd have nothing to do. I would plow through that in a couple of weeks if I had all the money in the world.
You'd buy a house, probably.
No, but so
Yeah.
you know, like
But yeah.
just with material things and everyday
Yeah.
use, you plow through what you do because you can achieve it a lot quicker because you have the money. You know, like I got so much I still want to get for the setup, but I'm going to have to buy one piece every pay to slowly get there.
Yeah.
But that's all
Building
part of
up
it.
to it.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It change
coming
over
into
time.
the money, it's
So
like,
hopefully it will
yes,
change soon.
Mean, easy now, but it's not as fun because I've just like
You're blowing
get
it,
straight
and then
away.
you've had your fun, and then it's now become boring.
Yeah, like imagine if you came into money and you're like, fuck it, I'm buying a Supra tomorrow. You'd be happy, but you wouldn't be as happy as if you saved up for that thing for
Yeah.
like 30 years and bought it.
Yep. No, definitely.
You would have a lot more fun in it now than you would in 30 years, but what it would mean to you in 30 years.
You wouldn't appreciate as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I 100% get that.
Yeah, I got that lesson from my parents of like, if you get shit bought for you, you like work for it, you'll appreciate it more.
Mm.
Damn it, I'm blanking on what I said I wanted to kind of bring up into this.
Yeah, this thing we said earlier before we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've completely forgotten that
I know there
too.
was one about education. Oh, about good things happening to you.
Oh, the good and the bad.
Things following.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, now that I've got a car, this is so bad that I'm thinking this, but now I think something bad's going to happen in my life again now. Just
Because you got something good.
So something's good happens in my life, something's bad's got to now come along.
Yeah.
It's most likely going to be financially.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you do always have bad with good, and you always have good with bad.
Yeah.
It is just depending on what you focus on which one, depending on obviously the situation is the good and bad. Something good happening physically and resulting in something bad happening physically is a bit harder to deal with, but on the other aspect of like something bad happening causing something bad mentally,
Yeah.
you can reverse it by just finding that good that's in the bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, in your situation, good luck. I can't help you with that one.
No.
If something bad's going to happen because you physically brought a car, then who knows?
Yeah. It's just like Aaron just was going like, you know what it is? It's karma. It's all the karma coming back to us now. I'm like, why couldn't this karma like hit me when I'm in my 50s or something, when I'm financially stable? Not in my 20s when I'm like on the brink. Like, I'm never gonna lose my place, hopefully, but I'm on the brink of not being able to do shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the time.
Yep. No, there is always good and bad, and that is with absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Like it. I went into a deep spiral of thinking about this one last night. Like, I brought it down to world peace, and like it's impossible. World peace is going to be it is impossible. It's never going to happen because everybody has their own opinion, and everybody wants their opinion to currently be valid. You know, there's a big movement and shift in the world where everyone wants to be heard, everyone wants to be known, and everyone wants to have their opinion valid. That can't work though. If everyone gets it their way, it's going to clash with someone else's way.
Yeah.
It's pretty much impossible.
Happened straight away, like the most. I don't want to talk about it. But the easiest thing is just like religion is one thing that's going to destroy world peace because people can believe like there's so many religions and you can believe in that. That's fine, but don't you ever think that I'm going to believe in that stuff. And like they might never give it up. So yeah, there's one way world peace would. Like,
That's it. All it takes
you
is
can do it, but they might start forcing it. Well, I guess they're already really doing that.
yeah,
It's kind of annoying.
just a little bit annoying.
I always get so paranoid when I hear people walking around outside and I hear door knocking. I'm like, oh, they're going to come to me. I don't want. What offensive top can I put on?
Yeah. Yeah, but all it takes is one person to not agree with one other person's way. The only way you would have world peace is for everybody to be controlled under one system,
which would be communism,
which isn't world peace.
No,
it's like
having one ruler, which technically the whole world is under something.
Yeah,
we're all under some communist with communism and democracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really reckon democracy even exists. If it seems like the world, or not the world, generally the governments are being controlled by something higher up.
There's like elites.
Yeah, and that's already happening now, and we already hate it. So, good luck with world peace.
It's never going to come by, unfortunately. We've all gotten too intelligent for our own good.
Yeah, even if a majority of the planet was to be wiped out and we were left with like maybe 100,000 people and they were stuck in one area and it was like all that 100,000 people, I don't even think there'd be peace in that. It'd be chaos.
Yeah.
We'd either kill all of ourselves off then with 100,000 people, or maybe some people would try and get out of it and start a new life, but a lot of the population would still go down a lot because I guess we're brought up on violence and stuff like that.
It's in our nature.
Yeah.
We can't control that, and we're trying to control that.
Yeah.
We're trying to put a blanket over it big time, and it's something that we can't control, which is one of our biggest downfalls. It's very hard to get through this world as it is because it's so destroyed by our own intelligence and everyone's individuality, which is great and horrible at the same time.
Yeah.
But there is ways that we can cope with getting through the world. We just have to work it out for ourselves, unfortunately, which is the hard part.
Put some goggles on and fuck off to a different world.
Some virtual reality goggles.
That's something that we haven't done in a while.
VR?
Yeah.
No, I've been wanting to talk about it.
We could probably set it up out here somehow. If
we could set it up in the garage.
You can see in this one, if we pin these curtains back, you could probably set it up in here. Like, if you wanted to back the car out one day, you could set it up properly in here.
That's what I was about to say. I could probably set up in the garage.
Yeah.
I don't need a TV. You just need the VR.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I've got power.
You can use this TV if we want.
Yeah, if we wanted. Yeah, we should do it. We should definitely do it because when I did it at your place that time,
Gran Turismo and No Man's Sky was so fun just to start destroying the world. Well, that sounds bad, but
it gets out of natural.
I was mining it away. I was like, whoa, I'm digging this huge hole and this is crazy.
Yeah. No, I will never forget that experience I had that night at your place
Yeah.
at the end of last year, that was insane. Like I was so gone and just so deep into No Man's Sky, just sitting on the edge. No, sitting next to that big building. There was that real tall building. Sitting next to that, and there was just plantation everywhere, and a few animals, and just had podcast in one ear and listening to the surround sound of the world there. I just sat there. I sat there for the entire podcast, couple of hours. I was lost. I was fully convinced that I was no longer in this world and I was in that world. And in that world, nothing in this world mattered. All of that weight was gone for a moment.
Yeah, you're in a different place.
It took a bit to adjust coming back into the world. It took a good half an hour to
take them off.
Realize.
Whoa! Whoa, this is what the real world looks like.
But it was cool. And VR, I reckon, could be used therapeutically. It could be used for a great deal of things.
I reckon it could be.
It could be used to help with that sort of thing, because there's a real... I had a look into it today. I had a Google search of how to think about life in a way where it doesn't just result in it not mattering. Because if you pin everything back, nothing in life matters. But if you get caught up in thinking that way, you get stuck in a big spiral. And like the top things that was ever done, if you socially, it's seen as depression, so you just get antidepressants until you can't think like that no more.
Fuck antidepressants.
All right, so that's just putting a blanket over everything. Or like the other big thing was turning to a religion to put a matter back into the world. But I reckon there is ways of knowing that, but getting through life with that knowledge anyway.
Yeah.
And being able to just kind of dip out from this place for a bit and get rid of all this weight that you would normally constantly have on your shoulders. It just relieves that pressure for a little bit. So I reckon there's a way that you could use virtual reality like that if someone could allow themselves to be convinced enough that they've jumped out of this world and you have jumped into that world where it could just relieve that bit of pressure and stress of this world for a bit, enough to kind of relax you enough to carry on.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, a rapper I listened to, he got asked on Twitter, he's like, how do you deal with depression? And he's like, honestly, I don't think you ever do deal with it. You just learn to cope with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've heard that from a lot of people too.
Yeah, you just learn to cope with it.
You just find ways to cope with it.
You don't ever get over it. It's like, how do you get over depression? You don't. You just cope with it. It just becomes part of you.
Yeah. And yeah, it's either you find a way to put a blanket over it, or you turn to something that you believe is greater than you and allow that to guide your life.
Good friends and podcasts.
Yeah, which is why this here also is a great way too.
Yeah.
Because it gives a bit more meaning to life.
Rude.
It's all good.
Yeah, definitely listening to podcasts helped a lot.
Big time.
Yeah, even today when I wasn't listening to podcasts today and I started listening to music again, I was like, here all the thoughts come, and I was like getting into them, and then I was like started thinking them, and I was like snapping out, I'm like, why the fuck are you thinking like this? And then boom, straight back into it. I was like, fuck it, I want to listen to the music. I want to listen to music and not have shitty thoughts, but I have shitty thoughts when I listen to music now.
No, I'm the same. Music used to be my way to drown things out, but it doesn't work anymore.
No, I've now got to be listening to something.
I can't think over the top of other people talking.
Yeah, but over music I can.
Yep.
Because like I guess it's more the lyrics. I think the lyrics are the shit that I listen to, and everything's just so fucking depressing nowadays.
Yeah, it really is. Music does play a great part in emotion.
Drugs and all the music I listen to nowadays is just depressing and drug shit. And fuck. Try doing anything and you're listening to that music, I don't really think you're gonna get anywhere. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love that kind of music.
Yeah,
some of this music coming out is amazing. I'm
waiting for the 6th
I know what you
new
mean.
Suicide Boys song to drop, but
yeah,
I don't religiously listen to them anymore because I might have been a big fan, but I feel like their music definitely fucked my life up as well. From constantly just having like negative thoughts chucked into your head from their music.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Because then you start relating to them and you just feel even fucking shitter for yourself.
Yep. It's the biggest downfall. Yeah, I'm the same. I
Yeah.
got so many artists I love and
Yeah.
can't wait for new music to come out, but I absolutely hate listening to it because it religiously sends me down a spiral.
Yeah.
Life.
Hey, I always looked forward to the new Suicide Boys songs now because Scrum's sober, so I always love to hear what he chucks out. Now I'm so happy he's sober. That cunt was gonna fucking die. He was so close to dying.
Chad.
Oh well. What's he now? 2 years and something. 2 years and a couple months sober, I think.
Man.
Good on him.
Good on him. Well done. Yeah, well done.
One day. One day, I won't be needing weed. Hey, it's like Joey as well. Like, I've tried to quit weed so many times now. It's like Joey, I was saying, like he quit cocaine like 1,000 times. He said to himself, "Fuck it, I'm done, I'm quit," and then goes out and buys more cocaine that night. It's like me. I say, "Fuck it, I'm done. I'm not buying any more weed," and then, fuck it, I want weed, so I'll go out and buy weed.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people use it as a coping mechanism.
I don't even think I use it as a coping mechanism anymore. I think it's just a straight fucking addiction. I can't focus. They say you don't get physical withdrawals or anything. I guess you don't, but I threw up a lot. But I get fucking mad mental withdrawals from it. I'm a fucking mess. I don't want to go through the withdrawals again. So I'm just gonna keep on putting myself through the shit hole that I'm going through with weed. And as stupid as it is, it's weed, but
I'm gonna say, yeah, is there a reason
for
why
me,
it bugs you?
It's a fucking problem. It's the money, the amount of money I spend on it, and me not getting high.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like, I need to go on a tea break, but it's so hard to go on a tea break when the only thing you can think about is weed.
Yeah.
Because you're that fucking addicted to it.
No, fair enough. I do understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Like, I don't have any at the moment, and when I go home, it's not going to be fun. I'm going to be bored, and then going to bed tonight's going to be fucking horrible. Last night was horrible. Oh well, bring on tomorrow.
Oh, fair enough. That's right. I was thinking in the near future, I might try and get your mind off of that. Bake some, like, cookies or brownies or something.
Yeah.
And we can just have, like, a morning tea with some biscuits and scones and try and like get over this. Hey, scones are good. Scones are good.
Get over what though?
I don't know. Thinking about the dread of life, because sometimes that's what you need.
Fuck, I don't know, bro. I don't know if that'll ever happen.
No, but it might temporarily.
I've got to somehow get it out of my head that I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
I'll get it out of you later.
Yeah, one day you'll get it out of me.
Yeah.
I'm still the one person you're trying to break this fucking thick ice wall through.
I'm chipping away at it slowly.
One day you're going to see me break down and start crying to you like you've seen Aaron. One day that'll happen, but when my emotions decide to get to that point.
That's right. This is half the reason I want to do this, because I want to help people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I don't see much else of why I'm here.
You should become a counsellor.
A counsellor?
Yeah.
Counsel people?
Yeah, go and get your degree in counselling and become a counsellor or a therapist.
I'd say it'll be probably more along the lines of therapist.
Yeah, if you
but
become a therapist.
I don't know. I've thought about it many times, but I really don't know. I don't think I could do it as a job. I don't think I could take the load on from everybody.
Then you would need a therapist.
Yeah.
You probably, no offense, you probably already need one. I think most people already need one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that I would cope over time very well.
Like
I'm happy.
Problems chucked onto you and you've got to fix them, and it's like, in reality, like, I can't even fucking fix my own problems.
Yeah.
I'm fixing other people's problems.
I think that's why I fix other people's problems, is because I can't fix mine. It gives me that sense of fulfillment.
Yeah, as we've said once before, I mean, I know where I'm going wrong in life, but I can't be fucked fixing it because I'm too far gone in my eyes. So I'll try and fix other people's lives from hitting where I've gotten to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. But no, I couldn't do it as a job, but I will forever happily do it for people in my life. And people that tend to come into my life for that reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I don't know how.
Maybe therapy will become your job through the podcast.
See, that
So
I would
just
be happy
saying.
with.
Yeah.
That would be something I could do. And that's like I say, half the reason I
Because they're
wanted
not
to do
paying
this.
you to do it. The
Yeah.
audiences.
Yeah. free therapy and I'm still getting paid now.
And you're just hanging out with your friends, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really all we need to help us cope.
Good
It's just
fucking
good friends.
Yeah. Good fucking friends.
As like silly and cliche as that could sound, it's true.
I don't need none
All
of
you
these
need
fucking-
is love.
I don't need none of these fake fucking bullshit friends that lie and fucking tell stories and shit to make themselves seem cooler and all this shit. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Don't over exaggerate shit. Just, well, you can over exaggerate a little bit.
If the story literally
if it
has no
needs it-
meaning and you want to add a bit more flair to your storytelling,
Yeah, like
I can
that,
understand
but
that.
not like, I don't know, some ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
That, yeah, like some of my old friends had like said shit and was like mean, and then I find out that they're a liar now, and it's like, now was everything you said to me, was that the truth? Was that a lie? Are all your stories truth or lie? How much of it is the truth or a lie now?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm sick of questioning friendships of what they've said to me, like, even though I really shouldn't, but like they're just really just talking about their life and what they've done, but it's like, do you need a lie to impress somebody now?
Well, it tells a lot about a person. Just having a conversation with a person will tell you a lot about the person. It's all you need.
Yeah. I don't know now. I feel like I can sort of start picking up on people when they lie to me. I don't know.
You're getting there.
It just seems like when stories are way over exaggerated, it's like, okay, there's probably a lot of lies in this now.
Just be really careful if you want to start learning about reading body language.
Yeah.
Be very careful because once you can read it, you can't unread it.
Yeah.
And so all you do is see it pour off of everybody.
No, I've already started seeing it on some people, seeing body language coming off of people, and I can sort of, like, they might not be saying anything, but I can definitely know what they're thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. The thought process comes out through the body,
Yeah.
pretty much always.
It's just the face. That blank stare face.
Yeah. But it wouldn't make us human if we weren't like that.
No.
But I also don't believe that we should learn how to read it.
Nah.
Too intelligent for our own good.
Yep. All goes back.
All goes back.
Yep.
We've gotten to a point where too intelligent for our own good.
Can we go back to being Neanderthals? We weren't intelligent, but we lived life.
Yeah, we painted on rocks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
Hit our missus if they just...
Man went to hunt food. Woman burnt it.
Burn food!
That's Neanderthals for you.
Yep. Man, I wonder what life would have been like back in our early days.
How early are you talking?
I guess Neanderthal.
Neanderthal times?
Yeah.
Caveman
being
times?
Caveman.
Yeah.
Fuck, that would have been weird.
Yeah.
Going
Wake
to
up in the
sleep.
morning.
You don't have a house. You live in a cave.
Yeah.
And you are not the top of the food chain anymore.
No.
We are. I guess we are the top of the food chain unless we go into the wild.
Yeah.
But they lived in the wild. They aren't the top of the food chain ever.
Mm.
We're
We've built a
a
civilization
predator,
around it.
but we're not a predator as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean,
But we're just part of a jungle
if like,
back then.
did they have? I can't. Was saber-toothed tigers a thing back in caveman times, or was that before? Like Ice Age, and
that
other
was-
things have all fucked things up for me.
Yeah, that was during the Ice Age times. So, yeah, I think they were around back then. They're now
Oh, I mean, 'cause
extinct.
I'm going off of Ice Age.
You know, I think they
and
were back
had
then. Yeah,
the
'cause-
people in Ice Age, but I don't know if that's factually true or
Yeah, because
not.
they were around when
Because I always thought
mammoth times.
the
So,
Ice Age happened pretty. how soon did the Ice Age happen after the meteor impact? Because I always thought it sort of happened
Let's find out.
relatively soon after it, but it could have been thousands of years. Because wait, I'm getting confused now. Because didn't we go monkeys to cavemen?
Yeah, we would have.
Where did the monkeys come in? Because I thought.
Oh, we don't know yet. Remember?
I thought the Ice Age happened after the.
2.4 million years ago was when the Ice Age happened.
Wow, I'm fucked.
The Ice Ages began 2.4 million years ago and lasted up until 11,500 years ago. So the Ice Ages were like 2 million years long.
When did humans? Can we look at humans? Pull that up,
When
Jamie.
Did that's what Neanderthal.
Yeah.
Neanderthals die out. When did Neanderthals live? 4,000 years ago.
True.
So they were around during the Ice Age.
So maybe was not the whole world ice, or were monkeys already evolving into that before the Ice Age happened? Man, I must be picturing the whole world way different. Every time I think about it, I just think of, as Joe Rogan says, the rainforest. The whole world's rainforest, and we came down and ate mushrooms. That's my warped perception of how shit happened. It went dinosaurs, Ice Age, but in between Ice Age and dinosaurs, it was a beautiful, lush world with rainforests, and then it went into Ice Age.
Yeah.
But I thought it went dinosaurs, Ice Age.
Well, dinosaurs went underground.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but dinosaurs went underground and shapeshifted, so they learned how to shapeshift. That's right. Dinosaurs went underground and learned how to shapeshift. Then the Ice Age happened. So I guess monkeys would have been around prior to
So the
Ice Age.
was not caused at all by this meteor impact that killed the dinosaurs. I always thought it was.
No, I don't think they're tired.
I always thought it was.
Oh.
I thought that the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Maybe there's two Ice Ages that happened. Maybe there was one after that and we went into another one.
How long?
Monkey. Oh.
55 million years.
And how long ago were dinosaurs?
So the Ice Age was 2 million years ago.
And dinosaurs were way before.
So a lot happened between the dinosaurs and the Ice Age.
What? Where's this information? It's probably
Well,
there that I need to know.
This is the information that we definitely don't have because nothing was around.
Yeah. This is all.
When did the dinosaurs die? 65 million years
So
ago.
10 million years.
10 million years of recovering.
And somehow monkeys came.
And then whatever happened, we started, new life started growing.
Yeah.
Fairly quickly. Must have been fairly quickly then.
It wiped out the whole world, and I think it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Yeah, must have. I did go into an ice age after that, so we obviously came out of it, and we went into another one.
The dinosaurs were around on Earth for 165 million years. Wow.
A long time.
That's incredible.
Like.
So this
what
world's
was it?
seen so much.
I think it was. Cleopatra was closer to the Tyrannosaurus Rex than the Tyrannosaurus Rex was to the first dinosaurs. I think I read something like
True.
that, yeah.
There has
the
been-
Tyrannosaurus Rex was in one of the last generations of the eras of dinosaurs, that Jurassic and the one that starts with P. I want to say periodic, but I know it's not periodic.
Yeah. There's a theory going around at the moment that a T-Rex was a dragon.
Where was his wings?
Well,
Maybe it did have
we've
wings.
never found a whole T-Rex. We've found a lot of pieces from them and mashed one together.
True.
And it didn't have like scales or
These-
anything like people thought.
These could have been at the end of the wings.
Yeah. Like the wing bones would have been pretty thin in comparison to everything else, so they would have deteriorated pretty quickly.
It really does make sense. If you put wings on
Yeah.
a T-Rex,
It becomes a dragon.
Even like the whole body style of it.
Yeah, it literally makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh.
And they were covered in feathers. They weren't like scales or
Yeah.
anything. Like, it was all feather. So like I believe that. I could sway that way.
How many of those little dinosaurs like that then actually had
Wings. Yeah.
Because I mean, they do say birds are the evolution of dinosaurs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Dinosaurs are actually dragons.
What reptiles do we have running around with little arms like that nowadays?
Not many.
If any.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Fuck, that takes... Oh, that'd be scary.
Imagine, because you know how big they are.
Flying T-Rexes!
Yeah.
Just coming in and ripping a...
How big would their wingspan have been? Like, that would have been ridiculous.
Just like those dinosaurs with long necks and stuff, and it just comes in just to the neck.
Yep.
Wow.
It's part of mythology, but like...
Dinosaurs, that would be cool to experience in time travel somehow.
Yeah.
I was really into dinosaurs as a kid. I watched that whole Walking with Dinosaurs
Yep.
thing on BBC or whatever it was.
Yeah, I loved dinosaurs a fair amount as a kid and then
Yeah.
got into dragons.
Yeah. Like dinosaurs, they would eat stones, some of the herbivores, because they don't have teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So they would eat stones, so that when they get the leaves into them, the stones would break it up in their stomachs. Well, that's
True.
what they think.
Yeah.
We don't know for certain.
Makes sense. It's
But-
good theory.
Yeah. And it was cool, like the Stegosaurus. Is it Stego? Yes. That's the one with the scales on his back.
Mm-hmm.
And they would like fill up with blood when they got angry, like to scare it away.
Wow.
Yeah, they'd go red and all that stuff.
That's
It's cool.
crazy. I love dinosaurs, man. Such a cool idea.
Maybe we could just become archaeologists. We'll just start digging holes.
Let's start digging, yeah.
Let's fucking dig a
Fuck
hole.
all this shit. Let's go dig a hole.
Let's just go dig a hole and find a bone. Whoa, we're rich! But we don't want the money anyway, but we're rich. Let's go dig a hole over there now. Imagine being the people that discovered Egypt, ancient Egypt.
Oh, now there's a deep topic there.
That could be a whole podcast.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say talking about Egypt.
Like,
Wasn't the Sphinx buried?
Yeah, supposedly, like he got told to unbury the Sphinx.
Yeah, and didn't it originally used to have a
But the history is that he created them. That's the history that we know. But there's also a new history coming out that ancient Egypt is way older than what we've been getting.
Yeah.
Like 10s, 20s, 30s, thousands years older
Yeah.
than what we think it is.
and like the head of a Sphinx wasn't originally a feline. It was like
He got it sculpted to look like him.
yeah, it was a pharaoh.
Yeah, that's why the nose fell off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Because it obviously probably did look like a lion.
Mm.
And then it got turned into looking like a pharaoh.
Mhm. I'm so glad I listened to this today.
I didn't listen to it today, but I've listened to all their podcasts.
Yep, I'm so glad I listened to it today.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, it's so crazy, and the way that the pyramids align with the stars, whether that's coincidence or not, either way, that's incredible. If it's a coincidence,
And
Yeah.
what is it? Points. No, what is it? Oh, fuck. There's something about the pyramids. I can't remember what it was, but it adds up to some like equation that they should not have known about then. I think it might have been.
Yes, no, I heard that. What was
I
that
can't
one?
remember what it was. I don't know if it's pi or the speed of light or
Yeah,
something like that.
that was something they should not have known back
They
then.
should not have known back then, but it's accurate
Mm.
to the digits.
Yeah,
To like the decimals.
that part's a real mystery.
How technical. Oh my god. Can you say that word?
Technology?
Technical. No.
Technologically.
Yeah. Advanced we were back then.
Yep.
could have been. Because as we keep saying, like, all of our information is really written down on a lot of it's going to digital now. I'm sure we got books, but books can be destroyed.
Yeah.
And once you lose the digital,
There's nothing.
you've only got stones.
That's it. Which actually, funny thought that I had the other day about it is, who's writing down history? Like, so every time something happens, even if it's not overly big, but big enough, right, it gets written down in history. Like, we know everything that's happened in the past 20, 30
people,
years.
Anybody writing it down on the internet is writing down history. Is it true?
Yeah. So, like, I guess there's no one really they would, like, I guess they're fact checking, but, like, yeah,
I
it's.
guess it's all written down from their perspective as well, though.
So,
fact checking.
A lot of our history is just in media.
Yeah. Really. It's just the news is our history now.
Yeah, and we're currently, like, doing nothing but bullshit our news. If we look back on this in 50, 100 years' time, and it will look so much more outrageous than it ever did.
What happened in the 20th century? Plagues and fucking...
Yeah, it's going to be like they had a big war over toilet paper, and everything's going to be blown out of perception. Everything. Because the media is writing it all down in such an extravagant way.
Yeah, like, we're probably not hearing about a lot of the wars that are happening overseas.
Yeah.
We probably would have heard a lot about that back in the day. I mean...
Would have been like the only thing you would have heard about.
Yeah, it was the wars.
Yeah.
They were flooded with so much fucking shit.
And that's what's being written down for history.
Yeah. History really now is just fucking celebrities.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And some scientific stuff and technological shit.
But yeah.
We can't fix it, humans. We can't do it.
No one can do it. World's fucked, fam.
Not even Elon.
Not even Elon. No, but there are certainly ways that we can cope with it.
We can prolong our extinction.
Yeah, we can prolong our extinction. We keep trying to do that.
That's what we're doing.
Pretty much.
That's really what humans are doing. We're just trying to prolong our extinction.
Yeah.
Because as in the back of our head, really, we're the new things here now, whilst everything else before us is dead.
Yep.
Fuck, we go on to some dark topics.
We do.
Death.
We do. This is obviously quite dark, and apologies for it being quite dark, but it is actually the truth.
I'm sorry.
Well,
death is on my mind a lot.
And it is good to talk about, and it's good to get it out there, and it's good to release that energy. As cliche and stupid as that may sound, I don't mean it on any level like that. It is genuine. It's the best way to cope. And that's what it is, coping.
Bitching about world problems that we can't fix.
Yep, and in that,
so
it gives a little bit of voice.
We're happy about it for a little bit, and then reality kicks back in again, and we're like, fuck.
But it's right, because we will get there.
One day.
There is always a way through it.
If it's
and
not
as dark
this day,
as it
it
is.
could be tomorrow, or it could be 10 years, or it might be not my generation.
Yeah. So I can guarantee there's a lot of people that could relate to a lot of the things that we have said here. And this just shows
A lot
that
of people, but a lot of people don't talk about it.
No, and we're clear proof that there is people out there that think like this, that understand how much of a mess the world is, but still yet get through every day because we find ways to do it, and ways like just this here and just doing this helps. It's doable, and you can do it. As dark as it is, I'm throwing some light out there. I need to do that.
Yeah.
We need to have good with the bad, and it always makes you stronger. So.
Well. Life sucks, but we find a way.
But we find a way for it to not.
Yep. It really does. I always goes back to it. Your fucking birthday is your death sentence. It really is. The day you're born is a death sentence.
Yeah. But it's not all that bad.
No.
Got to see the good in the bad. It's always good in the bad, and it's always bad in the good. Just finding the right one and knowing what to do.
The green is good, but the green is evil. Now, which green is good and which green is evil?
Alright. Well, I think we might leave that there.
Yep. Sweet as. It's been good catch up.
It has been. I hope you got out enough to cope for the next few days.
Until whenever.
Nah, easy.
Mean.
Stay woke out there, everyone,
Goodbye.
and always find a way.